very quickly, we'll move away from the football and go into the World Championships. The World Athletics Championships are raging on in Tokyo as we speak. What has been your highlight? What has excited you about the World
Mark,
Championships?
I've had many highlights, Mark, and sadly none of them involves a Ugandan. But my first one, Mark, will be the marathon finish. It may take the next 100 years
to get a marathon finish like that.
That kind of finish, a photo finish in a marathon.
Photo finish over 42 kilometers.
Alphonse Felix Simbu, the Tanzanian, finishing ahead of Germans Amanal Petros.
Petros, yeah.
In the manner in which it ended, I mean, that final kick by Simbu was incredible.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
That's my first highlight. My second,
it wasn't as if Petros slowed down.
No, he didn't slow down.
He was actually running.
Petros ran the perfect. He was running. Where Simbu got the extra gear for that final kick, it's incredible. I mean, we may never see that kind of marathon finish again.
Yeah.
Because after 42 kilometers, to have that extra fuel in the tank, you know, it was incredible.
Amazing, yeah.
Over the final 20 meters, it was amazing.
And what makes it even more amazing, Mark, is that here was a Tanzanian winning the marathon gold in a race in which Ethiopians had dropped out earlier.
Oh, yes.
Kenyans had burnt out.
Oh, yes.
And 2 Ugandans towards the end burnt out.
I've spoken to my friend Darren Alan Chaine, who is covering the games in Tokyo, and he says the heat there is incredible. I mean, look at the times. You're not going to get a world record in the track, apart from Amante Duplessis, who's doing pole jump, because it's hard, especially for the long distances, to push those kind of times. Yeah. The heat is incredible.
In fact, the marathon was won in 2:10.
Yeah, in 2:10. It wasn't
a sub 2:10.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's crazy humidity in Tokyo. My second highlight, Mark, has got to be the finish in the 10,000 meters, where. No, was it 10K? No, it wasn't 10K. Where Bimish, I think it was 3,000 meters steeplechase.
3,000 meters steeplechase.
New Zealand's Bimish.
New Zealand, yeah. That's New
Again,
Zealand.
It was another photo finish. He beat...
the 10K was won by a Frenchman.
By a Frenchman, yeah.
Yes.
By a Frenchman, yeah.
Who beat Kejelcha.
Who beat Kejelcha. Yeah, Grazia, the 10K. But the 3,000 meters steeplechase, it was won by New Zealand's Bimish. And he beat El Bakali of Morocco. Right on the line, another photo finish.
Yes.
Right on the line. It was one of those moments where you felt that El Bakali had done enough. He was the favorite. And where Bimish got that extra kick to finish that race, to win that race, incredible. Thirdly, Mark, nowhere else to start but in the 100-meter final. Because that story is the blue ribbon event of any World Championships or Olympics.
Yeah. In fact, why these days they bring it earlier in.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Noah Lyle, Mark. I'm not. And I'll say this. I think he's trying so much to be Usain Bolt. He's trying to be a showman. And I don't know if he does it.
It's not quite working.
It's not natural.
Noah Lyles doesn't come off as the showman Bolt was with his celebrations.
Yes.
Or even the showman that Maurice Green was with his tongue hanging out, Michael Jordan
exactly.
style. Yeah. So somehow this one seems a bit forced.
Yeah.
It looks a bit forced.
It looks a bit forced.
Well, you could say, I mean, African Americans are African Americans.
Yeah.
They all have their
swag. But this is forced.
But Noah Lyles, nah.
I mean, when he was beaten by Leslie Teboho in the Olympics, he said that he had COVID. So someone was wondering, after being beaten by Blake Seville and Kishan Thompson, did he also have COVID in Tokyo? We'll never know.
Well, but the 200 meters is coming up as we're speaking. That race hasn't come up, and it's going to be
explosive.
Because
explosive as well.
Let's see, Tobago, you're saying was disqualified
sadly
for start. I don't even know what he was doing coming off the line that quickly. And then that's a guy who can win it. Noah Lyles can win it. He has got beef now because he didn't win the 100.
Oh, yes.
And there's history for him to make actually if he wins the 200. That would be what, 3 in a row?
Yeah.
And then you've got, Oblique Seville. I mean, I loved that celebration where he tore his shirt off at the finish line. This is a guy who had been a bridesmaid over the last 3-4 years.
Yes.
Missing championships.
And it's happy to see the Jamaicans are the only country which genuinely rival Americans for the sprints. After the departures of Safa and Usain Bolt and group, the Americans, of course, did seize the initiative. Now we have them back, the Jamaicans. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be a very, very interesting 200-meter final. For the ladies, Mark, that was a bit of an upset. I thought Julian Alfred was the runaway favorite, but that was a very incredible time by that American lady. 10.61, a meeting record.
Yeah, it's actually a meet record. In that heat, it was an amazing sprint from that one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're saving best for last, because I know you're gravitating towards Kambuji.
Detached Kambuji, Mark. First of all, I'm a favorite of Detached Kambuji. I mean, she's a pretty girl. But her victory in the 110-meter hurdles for the women, again, another upset, because she's been a regular competitor, but I didn't think she'd beat the Nigerian Toby Amusan. But she ran the perfect race. Excellent finish, cleared the head superbly, maintained her composure, didn't look sideways, and to cross the finish line past Toby Amusan was incredible, and a very, very popular gold medal for the Swiss girl.
Yeah,
in the 110-meter hurdles.
Absolutely. Kambuji, of course, she has got a great family history.
Yeah.
One of the things, of course, Mark, you're not saying, which I'll say for you, is that one of the things that has made her such a star on the global stage is that she's also a looker.
Yeah.
She's a pretty girl.
Very pretty.
Yeah, and I don't know why you are not saying it. So
I said it, Mark. I think you didn't listen. You're so smitten by her that you even...
No, Kambuji is such a pretty girl that she actually gives track athletics a good face.
Oh, yes.
A good name and a good face. Yes. She's the youngest of 4 siblings.
I mean, I don't remember who won the 100-meter final for the ladies, which is the bigger race, but I know that Detached Kambuji won
this one,
110-meter hurdles.
Because apart from her talent, there's her looks as well.
Yeah.
Now, she's the fourth of 4 girls, and her older sister is also a sprinter, actually has been champion in European indoors and at 60 meters and 100 and all, in the indoors and all. They're a good family. Born and raised in Switzerland, but to a Congolese dad and a Swiss mom.
Yeah.
So I think the genes, the genetics has been good for them.
2 mentions, Mark.
Both athletically and aesthetically.
Mark can talk about Kambuji for the rest of the... Yeah. But there are 2 people, Mark, you've got to mention. Otherwise, it will be treasonable not to mention them. Number 1, Duplantis. This guy needs to be probed. The guy... He's just, we do not know how so low he can break the world record, because he keeps on just stealing inches of it.
Because he's making a lot of money.
He's by far, by some distance, Mark, the greatest pole vaulter of all time.
And I didn't think I'd say that having watched Sajibuka in my prime.
Yeah, because how many world records has he made? I've lost count.
There are just too many. He's being paid for each world record, so he's now extended to 631.
He's being paid for each world record and each gold medal.
Yeah.
So clearly he's made some bit of money in Tokyo.
It's just amazing.
The second person, Mark.
Yeah.
And this person has also etched his place in the annals of World Championships athletics history. Faith Kipyegon.
Yeah.
She won the 1,500 meters for the 4th time in a row. I see nothing that can stop her from claiming. I mean, she's still the most dominant 1,500 meter runner there is, she has the world records.
She's amazing, and to think that she's actually a mom. She was celebrating by talking about her daughter, having watched her back in Kenya in that race. Now, Faith Kipyegon is a true legend. And but the thing is, the highlight is for Kenya extends beyond her, to the fact that they're second in the table to the US as we speak, because they've got 3 gold medals and they're all from the women.
Yes.
So Kipyegon in the 1,500, Beatrice Chebet won the 10,000.
10,000 meters, yes.
And then Perez Jepteril won the marathon.
The marathon,
the women's marathon. So those 3 gold medals have put Kenya up there. Their athletics seems to be back in a good place, especially because of the women. Yeah, those ones, I just want to give a bit of props to New Zealand. Those 2 golds, you talked about the 300 meters steeplechase.
Yeah, the Mish,
and the high jump as well.
And the high jump, yes.
New Zealand, I mean, that is unexpected for me.
Yes.
On my side.
It's been exciting, Mark. And the thing is, and I don't know how many Ugandans have actually been following the World Championships because of the time zones in Japan. Japan is 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So some of these events, especially the hits, they're happening in the dead hours of the night.
Dead hours of the morning. I'll tell you a story as we wind up the World Championships.
And then the finals, the major finals, like for instance, the 100-meter finals for both the men and women, they happened at 4 4:13 and 4:20.
Yes.
Ugandan time PM.
The 200
which is
meters
great.
will be around the same
It will
time.
be around the same time,
and yet
yes.
we're looking forward to that. But I'll tell you a story about that as we wind up the talk on the World Championship. I stayed up just so I could catch the marathon.
Yes.
Because that's the kind of team we sent out as Uganda to the World Athletics Championships is not one in which you thought would be too many medals. I mean, the guys who are trained with these people were quite optimistic.
Yes.
Joshua Cheptegei and
Jacob Kiplimo.
Jacob Kiplimo, who would have been sure medals,
Opted out.
were pulled out of these events, but they too spoke and said the guys who are going to represent us are good enough. But
And we had Victor Kiplagat there.
yeah, so I stayed up for that marathon and
yes.
watched Victor Kiplagat and Abel Chelangat, the two Ugandans,
Yes.
led that race for more than 30 kilometers.
Wow.
Over 42-kilometer race,
Yeah.
they led for more than 30. Kiplagat dropped off at about, let's say, 37 from that lead group.
That's painful.
It was painful, yeah. And then it was even more painful for Abel Chelangat. Chelangat kept looking back, wondering where Kiplagat had gone, because they'd been running together. And he kept looking to his clock. So at some point, I think he realized, he said, I think my man is gone.
Yeah.
So he was in a group of 5 people fighting for 3 medals, coming into the 2 kilometers when the stadium was in sight. The stadium is now inside the finish line. You're coming in so that you can run in. He was still with those top 5. That's when, as we said, Petros increased the pace.
Petros Amana, the
And
German.
then the Tanzanian decided to stay with him, and the Italian in third.
Yeah.
Now Ebo dropped off there.
Oh.
When the finish line was in sight, to be honest, I mean, literally in sight, about 2 kilometers away.
That was painful.
It was
viewing.
painful. So he finished 5th best performer for Uganda so far. But we have done this conversation before. Peruth Chemutai runs half final.
Uganda's best medal prospect, if we are to be honest.
Half final is meant to be tomorrow. We've done this conversation before it.
Yeah.
No, half final is tonight actually. Later tonight at 9 p.m. Yeah. So hopefully Peruth can get us, which might be our only medal.
She's definitely.
At this World Championships, yeah.
I think she'll be on the podium, Mark. There's that Bahrain girl, is it Xavi, who beat her
in Paris.
In Paris, I think she's going to be the favorite.
Yeah,
she's going to be the favorite, but I think Peruth should be good to be on the podium.
On the podium, yeah. I think Peruth has the beating of all these women. Sometimes I just wonder what happens. Sometimes even a bronze disappoints me for Peruth, because I believe she's got way more talent.
Yes, I think so too. I think so too. I mean,
be winning.
She knows how to clear the barriers very, 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 very well. I just hope that because her opponent, who won gold in Paris, has got a very, very strong finish on the home straight. I'm hoping that Peruth has done something to match that kind of pace to burn on the final on the home straight.
Okay.